As a lifelong piano player, I often get asked how I learned to play guitar by myself in a span of 2 years and how I practice to keep improving. For me, the biggest discovery was the concept of intervals and how that could be carried over from piano to guitar. Being able to locate a perfect fifth or a major or minor third, so perfect fifth, major third, minor third, or a tritone, sevenths, or even nines like chord extensions really allowed my understanding of the fretboard to truly click. And another important step for me was to identify different ways to play the same note, and as that's a feature of the guitar that the piano lacks. And it takes a little bit of problem solving as a progressive musician whose music relies on patterns. I have to be able to think of economic and logical ways to play a certain pattern. So if you were to play an E, those are all the same pitch. It's just played in different strings, and also it allows for you to come up with different timbres. Like depending on what you're going for in your music, it allows you to adapt your playing to really suit the style that you're going for. Since I personally am lucky enough to have a good theoretical foundation on the piano, transferring all of these concepts over were not very difficult. And from there came learning scales and modes, of course. And I use these basic theoretical and fundamental building blocks of music to create practice routines for myself. And right now, my usual day-to-day practice routine involves technical exercises and pushing for speed as a metal and jazz player. Especially if I'm about to do a recording session, I make sure to end with a couple minutes of improvisation to really keep my musical mind awake and vigilant.